JIGSAW. John Kramer wasn't your average serial killer. He didn't stab, shoot, or strangle. No, he built IKEA-style death machines, complete with blood-soaked life lessons. After being diagnosed with terminal cancer, John had a revelation. People don't appreciate life enough. So naturally, his response was to lock strangers in rooms filled with barbed wire and ethical dilemmas. His logic? If you want to live, you'll cut off your own leg and learn something while you're at it. Like a TED Talk, but with way more screaming. He called it rehabilitation. Everyone else called it murder. But John didn't see himself as a killer. He saw himself as the most intense life coach no one ever asked for. The kind of guy who hears live, laugh, love, and replies with, "First, cut off your arm." "Excuse me, sir, what kind of therapy is this?" His traps were meticulously designed, his victims carefully selected, and his message brutally clear. Suffer now, thank me never. And while his intentions might have started out somewhat noble, his legacy turned into a blood-soaked group project, ruined by interns who clearly skipped the ethics chapter. In the end, John didn't just leave behind a message, he left behind a franchise, and a generation too traumatized to ever hit the snooze button again.
Dr. Hannibal Lecter. He isn't just a cannibal. He's a Michelin-starred nightmare with a PhD in psychiatry. Hannibal doesn't kill for fun. He kills for flavor. While other killers use knives as weapons, he uses vintage wine and passive-aggressive compliments as seasoning. He'll unpack your childhood trauma in one breath, then saute your liver with fava beans and a nice Chianti in the next. Locked up in a maximum security cell? Doesn't matter. He still manipulates everyone like he's hosting a dinner party in hell. FBI agents, patients, fellow inmates, everyone's just an appetizer in his 5-course plan. And the scariest part? He's polite. He's calm. He's absurdly refined. He'll kill you with elegance and then critique your outfit like a fashion editor. "Excuse me, sir, did I just die and get roasted for wearing Crocs?" Hannibal doesn't just outsmart his enemies, he marinates them. He's not a monster. He's fine dining with a pulse.
Light YAGAMI. Light YAGAMI is what happens when the honor roll grows a god complex and decides the syllabus isn't ambitious enough. So he adds divine judgment and mass homicide to the curriculum. He finds a notebook that kills people and doesn't even blink. No existential crisis. No therapy session. Just, okay, time to fix humanity. Most people would scream. Light sharpened a pencil and started running the world like a supernatural HR manager with 0 patience and unlimited overtime. He's not just trying to stop crime, he's rebranding murder as a public service, complete with mood lighting and anime hair that defies gravity and ethics. He's acing exams by day, rewriting morality by night, and playing 5D chess with a sugar-addicted detective while casually monologuing like a Shakespeare villain who owns a ring light. And let's be real, he talks to that death god like he's the weird roommate who doesn't pay rent but always eats your apples. His flaw, hubris. The man calls himself justice but kills people for jaywalking. That's not a hero arc, that's a speed run to final boss. Light didn't fall from grace, he sent out calendar invites and brought his own theme music. And somewhere, Ryuk's just eating an apple like, damn, humans are weird.
The entity. Imagine if anxiety itself grew limbs and developed a taste for cosmic torture. That's the entity. It doesn't just want to kill you, it wants to make an all-you-can-scream buffet out of your soul. Plucked straight from the darkest corners of the multiverse, survivors and killers are yanked into its twisted simulation like they're unpaid actors in a supernatural reality show, except here, losing means blood, hooks, and emotional damage. The entity doesn't lift a finger. Why would it? It's got an army of slashers doing the dirty work. Freddy, Pyramid Head, even a sentient pile of teeth probably. And for what? Not justice, not vengeance, just vibes, screaming, desperate, endless vibes. You don't escape the entity. You loop it, until you're broken again and again. Honestly, it's less a villain and more a cosmic tax auditor collecting your pain on a recurring schedule. Eh? Who greenlit this Hunger Games but make it metaphysical? At this point, the entity isn't just the final boss, it's the loading screen of your nightmares.
Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head is what happens when guilt grows biceps and picks up a 10-foot slab of steel. He's not here to chase you, he strolls, because your conscience does the running for him. Born from the psychological sludge of Silent Hill, Pyramid Head isn't a killer. He's a divine middle manager of trauma. No eyes, no words, just vibes, violence, and a helmet shaped like a war crime. He doesn't punish for fun. He punishes because you asked for it. Literally. His victims are often the ones who summoned him by being emotionally constipated. Every swing of that blade is a therapy session you can't skip. He's not stalking your footsteps, he's auditing your sins. Pyramid Head doesn't knock on your door. He is the door. And once he's here, no amount of running can save you, because you can't outrun what you did on your worst day. Think of him as Silent Hill's spiritual guidance counselor, if guidance meant dragging you to hell, one metaphor at a time. The tall man. The tall man isn't just tall, he's the kind of tall that feels wrong. Like your brain instantly says, nope, that shouldn't exist. Imagine if your creepy Undertaker uncle got possessed by a demon and decided to turn grief into a weapon. That's him. His real name, Jebediah Morningside. Sounds like an old church guy, right? Nope. He built a portal to another dimension, walked through it, and came back. Not human anymore. Now he's something that doesn't die, doesn't feel, and doesn't follow any of our boring earthly rules. What does he do? Oh, just steals corpses, crushes them down into tiny slave workers, and ships them off to his red sky hell world to run errands forever. As if funerals weren't already traumatic enough, and let's not forget his flying metal spheres that drill into your head and suck your brain out like a Capri Sun. But it gets worse. The tall man doesn't just kill you, he haunts you. He shows up in dreams, in mirrors, in your memories. He bends reality until you don't know what's real and what's just. Phantasm. You try to run, but he's already there. You blow him up, he comes back. You slice him up, he reforms. It's like trying to delete a cursed file that keeps reappearing on your desktop. You don't defeat him, you delay him. Maybe. If you're lucky. And the scariest part? He barely says a word, just one thing, drawn out, low, bone-chilling, bye. And somehow that's so much worse than any scream.
Martha? Who is Martha? That's the question, and it's exactly what makes everything so terrifying. In Martha is Dead, you don't just watch a tragedy, you live inside it. One day, your twin sister Martha is found floating in a lake, her face destroyed, like something pulled from a World War II nightmare. And you, her sister, decide to pretend to be Martha to hide what really happened. But what is the truth? And are you sure you're not Martha? From that moment on, things fall apart. Hallucinations, whispers, old wartime photos, creepy puppet shows, they all drag you into a mental maze where memories blur, guilt grows heavier, and nothing feels real anymore. Did Martha really die? Or did she never exist? Or maybe you're the one who should disappear? Martha isn't a monster in the shadows. She is the shadow of your past, your family, the war, your broken mind. You don't run from her, you open your eyes, and you are her. And the scariest part? It's not that Martha is dead, it's that you're starting to be okay with it.
Brahms' HEELSHIRE. Brahms' HEELSHIRE isn't the doll, Brahms is the thing behind the doll, silent, patient, and lurking behind the walls like time itself forgot him. The old mansion he lives in isn't just full of memories. It's a maze where he watches your every step, memorizing every tiny mistake in your daily routine. He doesn't lash out right away. He waits. Waits for you to slip. Brahms is basically a mashup of a Victorian-era Reddit virgin and a stray cat abandoned in a haunted estate. He's the kind of guy that if you ghost him, he'll literally ghost you back. As in, he'll crawl through the vents at 3 a.m., whisper your name, and slip into bed from underneath. Excuse me? What tite? Who needs love when you've got a porcelain doll that perfectly represents a failure in parenting?